Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Majority Podcast Productions, home to original and outstanding podcasts out to reach the truth, hearts, and ears of our audiences all over the world. We thank everyone so much for returning to our platform, as well as sharing our platform with friends, families, even coworkers. We are particularly excited about this episode here, so you guys come on and grab your teacups, grab your pillows, grab whatever it is that you want to grab to make you all comfortable, okay? We're glad to have each and every single one of you guys back, so nevertheless, if you're with friends or if you're by yourself listening, get comfortable because you know we're about to have a party. So enjoy the rest of this episode, brought to you by Majority Podcast Productions. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of World Film, a part of Majority Podcast Productions. This is Ms. Honey, and I will be your host for this episode. Thank you for joining in on this review of a kids' movie that was released earlier this year of 2020, Trolls World Tour. Now, I am going to say that while watching this movie, it actually irritated me a little more than I expected, but I'm not going to say that it was a bad movie because it wasn't. It was just highly irritating. Now, before we get into this review, I want to give a quick disclaimer that there will be major spoilers in this review. I can't talk about something and not give information about it. So huge spoilers. If you plan on seeing this and if you don't want to be spoiled, then you know what you have to do. But if you have already watched it or if you don't care about spoilers, then it is on you. You have been warned. Now, getting right into the review, I'm gonna be really honest, that movie literally had me heated for like 65% of it. As soon as the movie started, I'm just like, it's going to be anything but great. So we start in the beginning of the movie. We start with the techno trolls. I will say I like the design of the techno trolls. I feel as though that they're really interesting. I think they're fishes. I mean, they could be mermaids. I personally don't know, but they're like techno fish trolls, you know? In that scene, they were underwater. That part didn't make any sense to me because when the rock trolls came, that should have been the movie over. That would have been a really short movie because they're underwater. I'm pretty sure the rock trolls cannot breathe underwater. Am I putting too much logic into a kids movie? Probably. But if you're going to try to get away with stuff like this, at least make it make sense. But that won't save you because I always nitpick movies. Continuing on, as soon as like that glitter troll had that baby, I'm not gonna lie, I mentally checked out of the movie. Even for a children's movie, that was just dumb to me and I actually wanted to turn it off immediately, but I knew that I had to finish this review. But I'm not gonna lie, that scene right there, I said, yep, I'm gone. I'm just, I'm good. I'm really good. I could really do without. And every time they popped up in the frame after that scene, I would mentally check out over and over and over again because I personally just don't like regular Diamond and Tiny Diamond. They're both created just to sell toys. But on to something good. I really liked the background characters. Almost all of the background characters either did something funny, made a funny comment, or just looked really cool. So I give the movie that. I'm not going to take that away from the movie. The background characters are one of the few best things about the movie. You guys know the Pop Kingdom? The Pop Kingdom irritates me. That's all I have to say about that. The whole entire Pop Kingdom just irritates me. They have some good songs and they played a few good songs, I do admit, but they still irritate me. You can't change my mind. Also, the king of Pop Kingdom, or the former king, he irritates me too. But at least he was actually there to progress the story with exposition. Also, before I move on from the Pop Kingdom, I do want to say that whole hammer time sequence, oh my god, I had to pause the movie for at least 5 minutes. I had extreme overit syndrome after seeing that. That was, oh my god, that was so bad, and I can't erase that from my memories. It was really hard to watch. One of the 3 favorite characters that I had in this movie was the hot air balloon. I am not even lying. Branch irritated me too on a how do I tell Poppy that I love her storyline, but I'm overall okay with this character, mostly because he literally says the same things and breaks down the same points that I do. So he literally thinks the way that I do. So 5 extra points for Branch. The classical world is one of the 2 favorite favorite worlds that I had. The only problem that I had with them, though, was when they said that they would not go quietly, but did not even stand a chance. I'm actually really disappointed because I feel as though that I was cheated out of a musical battle. And you guys know that I am a sucker for great action sequences, so don't play with my emotions. Don't make it seem as though that there's about to be a great epic battle, and then that's just pushed aside because they're easily defeated, or it cuts away. Don't do that. That is highly annoying. I didn't even pay for this movie and I want double refund passes. Hello everybody, how are you doing? To listen to the rest of this particular episode, please go to the Majority Podcast Productions platform listed in the description box below. You can also listen to Majority Podcast Productions on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and many more. Feel free to also check out our other podcasts listed under the Majority Podcast Productions platform. Now that was a good episode, wasn't it? Feel free to join the discussion on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you for listening to this episode, a part of Majority Podcast Productions. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Check out more episodes as well as our other platforms, a part of Majority Podcast Productions. We look forward to seeing you guys again. Stay sweet.